One Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Call your friends and ask how they doing.
To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details.
Boom. Trust your eyes.
FS1.
Two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio. LeVar Arrington, Jonas Knox with you here. Coming up top of next hour, a little over 10 minutes from now, we're going to check in with our guy Albert Breer. News and notes from around the NFL. Trade deadline coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll get the very latest from AB here on a Football Friday. Alvin Kamara, apparently he's not interested in leaving New Orleans. There's been some speculation maybe they would trade him, but apparently he likes it there. He's very comfortable there. And if you even dare to do that, he's going to be going drinking.
We talked about it, and we was like, we was looking at each other like little Spider-Man meme. Like, did you say something? Did I say something? Because I don't know where that came from. But I think I've been vocal enough that that I don't know where that came from. But I don't want to go anywhere. And I've said it countless times. Y'all know that. I think everybody knows that. The fan base knows that. And at the end of the day, it's business. So I don't go upstairs, and I don't have an office upstairs. Yeah, I got an office in Charlotte at NASCAR, but I don't got an office upstairs, so I don't really sit in those meetings, and I don't really know what happens up there. I just got to, keep my head down, and I don't know. If I was a GM, I guess I would go to the player and be like, "Hey, we're trading you, just so you know." So if Mickey come downstairs and say that, then we're gonna drink a pina colada.
You know what I like about this?
What do you like about it?
Somebody's like, you know what? We're terrible. Like, I'm wasting away here. I'm never going to win a Super Bowl, but the check's still clear. I don't like moving.
I ain't in jail.
Like, I'm not in an elevator beating anybody up. Like, hey.
I made it. I made it through. I had a rough moment. I socked him.
Yeah.
And I got through it.
Yeah.
So
just hanging out.
Coladas from here on out.
It's just hanging out. And if you dare trade me, I'm just not going to show up. Like that's the way this works. And here's the thing, they could probably get something for him, like something of value for Alvin Kamara. He's like, no, I'm good. I'll just deal with the fact that we're awful, and I'm never going to get to a Super Bowl. No, I'll just wear it as long as I'm making money and I enjoy where I live, and I don't want to leave. Because who wants to move? What a pain especially in the middle of an NFL season. I can't imagine that's ideal. Seems like it'd be a real pain in the ass.
It probably would be, but depending on where you got traded to, I'm sure it'd be very, very welcome. So there's that. You know, we'll see how it all plays out. Alvin Kamara is a name that should have continued to be a name that we hear in the conversations of most elite players in the game, but his name is pretty much, it's kind of lost some momentum to it, or it hasn't been used very much this year.
It's definitely not Express Pros, I'll tell you that, because business fluctuation make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Professionals provide the workforce you need. So go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com.
We are Blackboard.
Everything just hits different after football wins. The food, the drinks, and especially the hot sauce. That's right, make it the original Louisiana hot sauce. Bold, handcrafted, hot sauce straight out of Louisiana. Wings, nachos, burgers, whatever's on your plate, hit it with that Louisiana flavor and turn your victory meal unbeatable. And if your team took the L, pour some on anyway. It might not fix the score, but it will fire up your taste buds. The original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick it up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results. Faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
An overturned vehicle accident blocks off all lanes on the service road of 183 southbound at Montopolis Drive. Looking onto 290 westbound at Scenic Brook Drive, a stalled vehicle has the right lane blocked off, and there's some stop-and-go traffic this morning northbound on I-35 between Onion Creek and William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Welcome to the Houston edition of the Sapphire Golf Tour, the first professional golf tour for Black women and where purpose meets performance in the heart of one of the nation's most vibrant regions. Hosted at the historic Herman Park Golf Course, this stop is a powerful blend of heritage, competition, and community uplift. The tour continues with a charity golf classic on October 24th, followed by tournament play on October 25th and October 26th. Register today at sapphiregolftour.com/Houston.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Rake in the savings during the fall sale at Specs. The fun starts here.
Adopt US Kids presents multiple choice parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives?
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy?
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies!
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a feel-good Football Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Texas Longhorns and the Kentucky Wildcats kick off tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So Sark had his last media availability of the week. The injury report moves some guys to a not playing position. The icy hot bowl was one for the ages. Cowboys might get a star back. Speaking of a star, we got Aaron Parker Coleman joining us from KView at 8:17, and one of college football's head coaches got a pay raise, and it is about to be on. And of course, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays let you know that baseball is still going on in October. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And our guy Marcus is behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion or get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest, all you got to do is use that new and improved iHeartRadio app, the Talkback feature, and you will leave your voicemail. And if it's good enough, you might even hear it on air. And if it's nice, you might be able to get that keyword and get called that you have won a pair of tickets. Speaking of tickets, we got to make sure that we get this thing started correctly. We have a lot going on, and the Texas Longhorns are headed to Lexington, Kentucky, to take on the Kentucky Wildcats. We've all talked about this. Kentucky is not where they were throughout the years, but it's still a dangerous football team. They have a lot that they are trying to get figured out. And what better way than upset the apple cart tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. But Texas's job is to stay focused, locked in, and get it going. And so Coach Sark yesterday met with the media for the last time, and here is his opening statement.
Back on the road this week. You know, I hope you guys are getting your frequent flyer miles here with this month of October. But you know, this has been an exciting week for us. You know, every week poses its own unique challenges and its own unique opportunities. And this is a great opportunity for our team this week to really grow and show the maturity that good teams have. You know, for all of last week, as I touched on, we heard how lousy we were. Our backs were against the wall. We weren't what everybody thought we were going to be. And we went out and practiced really well. We had a great sense of urgency. Guys prepared well. It was a rivalry game. They were really well connected. The sideline engagement was fantastic last Saturday. And we played well and we won. You know, we had 0 turnovers on offense. We create 3 on defense. Now this week, it's the test of the maturity of the team. And can we quiet the outside noise again of everybody now saying, hey, we're great again and Arch is great again and all these things, and focus on the things that helped us play well. And that's the intent in practice, the preparation, the sense of urgency, the connectivity amongst the team, the sideline engagement on Saturday, our ability to take care of the ball, not give up short fields, our ability to play well at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, our ability to create turnovers defensively. That's the real test. And I love the opportunity for our guys because I really feel like if we can do it again, that's creating habits. And now that becomes the norm of who we are. And so that's been the message all week. I think the guys have responded very well. Like I said, we'll find out here Saturday night what that's all about. Should be a great environment at Kentucky night game. And obviously we're looking forward to the opportunity. And, you know, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, like habit forming is doing something more than once. Is doing something because, you know, OU was great. It was great. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very happy.
We know.
But that was one game. And when you put 2 or 3 of those together, that's who you are.
Yep.
Not just one. So him saying that gives me hope that they're on the right way. They're on the right path.
Well, you know as well as I do, in these particular moments, you start looking at your football team and we talk about the maturity and the growing up moments. This is an opportunity for this football team to grow up.
Yep.
This is an opportunity for them to heed the moment and really dive into what the expectations are for this team. We've talked about it. And Sark keeps bringing it up. You know, people are telling us that we weren't all that and all this. Yes, because it did not look good. The product did not look good.
He sounded a little bit complaining.
Right.
At first, but then he turned it over to, no, we had our pity party.
Yep.
That pity party is over with now.
Yep. Let's get this thing
now.
going.
Let's go.
Yep. And as he said, go out there, do it again. Now it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And now you start understanding, hey, Texas has had a lot of success in the last 3 years. Let's go 3. I'll go 3.
But your leadership got to prove that
exactly.
to you.
Lock them back in.
Boy, look at you.
Yeah, make sure this happens. And one of the things that needs to help is the offensive line. And Nick Brooks, the young freshman, has grown. He's growing up right before our eyes as well. And let's see if he can do it again. And Coach Sark talked about him.
I think one is I really felt the intent in practice with that group. I thought Coach Flood did a great job. I thought those guys were engaged into the plan. I thought we played fast on the offensive line. I thought that we were thinking a little bit less, attacking more, and in turn more physical. And when you can do those things, then you can build some confidence and you can grow. I think the second thing in the game that I was impressed with was we knew OU had a very good defensive front, and they made their plays too. You know, it's not like every run was a great, blocked perfectly, and every drop back pass was blocked perfectly. But what we did was show some mental toughness and some resolve to move on to the next play, and not let the previous play harbor. And I think Nick is indicative of that. I felt like against Florida, he got a little overwhelmed at times with one play led into the next and the next and the next. I thought in OU week, he practiced well. And maybe when the play wasn't perfect, he got on to the next play. He has a false start early in that game. And understandable, first career start, Red River rivalry, he has a false start. I don't think he let that negative play linger. He was able to move on. And that's a good sign for us that we're able to kind of recalibrate and give the next play the credit it deserves and focus on it.
And that's the beautiful part about getting better. And it has to get better because news came out yesterday that on the injury report, both Cole Hudson and Connor Stroh will both be out of Saturday's game. So that offensive line has to be better. You have guys that have to step up and grow right before our eyes. And those are the things that I continue to look at with this team. You go out and recruit well. You try to build these guys up. There shouldn't be no sense of not knowing what's going on because you grew up in the same program. You understand the cadence, but now Connor Robinson has to be better on that offensive line, getting to the line of scrimmage, recognizing and helping Arch see some things that he may not be able to see. We talked about Jake Majors, what Jake Majors brought. Well, last week, Cole Hudson played his behind off, and now we're going to play without him. But now Connor Robinson slides into that position and has the ability to be the leader at that point.
And the others have got to make it comfortable for the new guys coming in, the guys that have been sitting and watching. And you got to be able to tell them, look, man, don't press.
Right.
Don't press. We're going to get the job done, but this is what I need you to know. This is your opportunity.
So take it.
Because you may come out here and be so good
that we don't give
that
it back.
The guy never comes back again.
Exactly. And that's why you come to schools like Texas.
That's why you come to
Texas. Get these opportunities. And Connor Robinson, they're talking about his development. How can he handle it as long as Cole Hudson is out?
Connor is a guy that, again, he stepped in the Red River rivalry, I think first series of the game that year as a younger player. Has a start already under his belt this season. I think one thing that Connor has is he's got really good rapport with Arch. They're very close, and I think there's some connectivity there, which is important, the quarterback in the center. He's been in the system, so there's not a look or a call that he can't make to get everybody on the same page. So when you talk about continuity, it's not like we're throwing a new guy in there at center. This guy's been in the program. He's been in the system. He knows all the calls. So we're very comfortable with him that way. Cole's it's not some season-ending injury, but it is an injury. He'll be out. Hopefully, he'll be back sooner rather than later. Time will tell. We have another player on the team who has a very similar injury who bounced back probably quicker than we anticipated. So hopefully he's not out very long.
Yeah, and hopefully he's like he said he is not, and they get an opportunity to get him back because that provides more depth on that offensive line. You know, linemen always get dinged up. They might have to come out for a play. You were talking about, you know, when you mess up, take them out and be able to do well. That bench is getting a little bit smaller.
It is, but you know what? The one thing about being able to have guys miss is guys get opportunity, and that helps create your depth because you find out what you have in the cupboard.
No doubt about it. We're just getting started on this Feel Good Football Friday. Last night they had the Icy Hot Bowl, and let me just tell you, Mike Tomlin was right, and we'll explain right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to Coach Sark's weekly press conference live every Monday at 11 a.m.
We got to go enjoy this journey. We need to be present and then ultimately finish the mission.
Hear Coach Sark recap the prior week's games and get you ready for the Horns' next opponent.
Culture beats talent. Culture is really strong. Culture and talent together is a pretty powerful force, and that's something that we've tried to create.
Every question, every answer, every Monday, right here on your home for the Longhorns. 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
An overturned vehicle accident blocks off all lanes on the service road of 183 southbound at Montopolis Drive. Looking onto 290 westbound at Scenic Brook Drive, a stalled vehicle has the right lane blocked off, and there's some stop-and-go traffic this morning northbound on I-35 between Onion Creek and William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Whether on foot or behind the wheel, we all want to get home safe. Drivers, do your part by watching for pedestrians. Stop and yield for them at crosswalks, and take an extra moment to look for people when you're turning. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. The Texas Longhorns made a statement in Dallas, beating Oklahoma 23-6 in a defensive showcase at the Cotton Bowl in the Red River rivalry. Arch Manning was efficient, going 21 of 27 for 166 yards and a 12-yard touchdown strike to DeAndre Moore. Ryan Niblett electrified the crowd with a 75-yard punt return to seal the win in the fourth quarter. But the story of the game was the Texas defense. The Horns held the Sooners to just 258 total yards, forcing 3 interceptions, 2 by returning DB Malik Muhammad, and never allowed a touchdown. Oklahoma's only points came on a long pair of field goals. With the win, Texas reclaims the Golden Hat. The Horns improved to 4-2. And 1-1 in SEC play, sending a clear message that the rivalry runs through Austin. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus
I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms. I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get ready, Texas. Silencer Shop is opening the all-new retail showroom in Liberty Hill. Explore interactive silencer displays, connect with knowledgeable staff, and join us for special events. Coming soon. Make your firearms better at Silencer Shop.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at henna.com. Together, let's drive.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've always dreamed of a beautiful kitchen, but my wife just wants to stay organized.
You know what they say about opposites.
That they can't agree on a kitchen?
Well, IKEA kitchens come in many styles with a variety of customizable organizers. So maybe you're not opposites at all.
Beautiful and organized. Now we just have to figure out what to eat.
That's a different department. Get the kitchen of your dreams at a price you didn't dream possible at IKEA.us/Dream Kitchen. Dream the possibilities.
This is it, the biggest race weekend of the year. The Formula One United States Grand Prix roars back into Austin October 17th through 19th at Circuit of the Americas. 3 days of racing, 3 massive headliners, 1 legendary weekend. Witness 36 hours of entertainment featuring performances by Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours. Lock in your spot today at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
Longhorns football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Y'all heard the commercial for weeks on this station. That's right, folks. Ice Cube was in the Moody Center last night, and let's just say when he talked about his day ones, that's exactly what we were. We were in attendance. We got an opportunity to bring him out and introduce him.
Come on now, talk about it.
Great time, great performance. The whole morning kickoff crew was in a house, and we had such a great time. Thank you to the folks over at Live Nation, iHeartRadio, and of course, Ice Cube and his son, O'Shea, who we got a chance to, O'Shea Jr., who we got a chance to hang out with for a little while yesterday. Good stuff. Y'all had a good time?
Man, I had a ball, man. It's been a while, man. The wife came and ate with us. We had to go out and visit one of our favorite sushi spots, Uchi.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be posting some videos of us, you know, getting turned up before the show.
Yeah.
And man, I don't know if we had a better day.
No, we didn't.
What a good. I mean, no pun on the Ice Cube song. Today was a good day, but yesterday was a good day, man. We had a great show. We ended up going and eating really well, and good company, and being able to go to a concert and actually bring out the star.
Yeah, it was outstanding. It was such a good time.
It was an incredible day.
Yeah, shout out to Vera Bank and Kelsey and Bennett and for having us in their suite and meeting some cool people. Got to hang out with the Tito's folks. I mean, it was outstanding stuff. So thankful for that. And you're right, Mark. It was a good day. Even our guy Marcus got to have a good time too. Old
Marcus
school. That's right.
I got to wild out a little bit. Had a little good time. Floor seats, enjoyed it like crazy.
Yeah. His catalog is undeniable, man.
You know,
his catalog is truly undeniable.
When you have as many hits as he had, and we didn't even get to see them all because we're older guys, and
you ain't got to put that in the streets.
Don't put it out there.
No, we were just fine.
No, y'all didn't get to see it. I stayed the whole show.
Marcus, you used to stand up, damn vampire. Like y'all realize that Marcus is 287 years old. He is a vampire.
Yeah.
Dude, don't go to sleep.
We come in here with garlic around our neck just in case.
just to keep him off us.
Just to keep him off of us. So, yeah, but we had a great time. Shout out to all the folks that made it all possible. Last night, though, in the NFL, man, Mike Tomlin talked about it, man. That's all I'm going to say.
You mean the old bowl?
Yeah, the icy hot bowl. Let's hear from Mike Tomlin early in the week when he found out that a trade was made for somebody that he did not want to see this early in the season.
You know, to be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area. But that's just my personal feelings.
Well, the reason why his personal feelings was being voiced is because one Joe Flacco, old school Joe, went out and all he did was go 31 of 47, 342 yards, and three touchdowns.
3 tutties?
3 tutties. And the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 33-31.
I don't like that. I don't like that because I picked the Steelers.
Yeah.
And that's already handed me one loss, and it ain't even Sunday. I'm 0-1, and it ain't even Sunday yet.
0-1. And Joe Flacco, all he does is win against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He understood it. That's why Mike Tomlin was hot. He was hot when that conversation happened. When he saw the trade being made, was not happy with it. And Marcus, can you hit some of them highlights for us?
1 second.
Oh, my bad. But as this was happening last night, you and I kept looking at our phones, and I was like,
when you showed me that it was 17-10, I went, oh my God. Because I knew Tomlin was going to be hot.
Got it ready.
I knew he was going to be hot.
Rodgers buying time. Going to his right, directing traffic. Throws, and it is Holden for the touchdown. Flacco lost one. Chase makes this catch. Touchdown.
Pushing on each other. Perfectly thrown football. You knew Jamar Chase was not going to drop that one.
Off the fake. Going deep downfield, and it's going to be picked off. You've got Jordan Battle, who's had a couple already this season, and Battle with a big run back to the 44, and the crowd is. Quick throw. Higgins inside the 10. Higgins to the end zone, and a Cincinnati lead. Rodgers has time. Throws, caught. Touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. Bengals up by 3, trying to extend the lead, and the pass is caught for the touchdown.
And I'm not happy
Noah
about
Fant. Second goal comes in a tight formation. Play fake. Rodgers throws, and that's hauled in by the big man Washington.
So, Mark, last night you and I were looking at our phones and we were going back and forth about the conversation. I ended up losing. That was your play of the day, but I actually had a little side action going on with my homeboy. And, yeah, he got money too. So I had to pay that out immediately. And wasn't pretty good. But the story is fantasy football. I knew Flacco was going to go put up numbers. I put him on my bench. For why? Brock Purdy. Come on, man. What am I doing? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
But, I mean, Purdy's Purdy. But you had Fryermuth, and where was he at?
On my bench.
Yeah, so
what
was you
doing?
doing?
I asked you.
What was you doing?
But I asked you.
You didn't ask me about Fryermuth. You asked me about Gainwell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you didn't ask me
I
about
tried to put that on you because I didn't want to eat it. But on the page, he had 3.2 is what he was expected to get. He went out there and caught 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards, if not 100 yards.
Yeah.
And had 28 points. And now my guys got to step up and cover that.
Yeah. You got to figure something else out.
Yeah, that's another 17 points that we gotta try to eliminate.
Yeah, but you look at it and you heard Aaron Rodgers and what he was able to do. He almost got destroyed by his own offensive lineman after the touchdown to Fryermuth. He came and jumped on him, and Aaron got mad because he fell to the ground. And he's like, "I'm old, man. I am old. I don't need to take misses."
You. Every time that I come over and look at your computer, I put my hand on your shoulder. You're like, Mark, man, you're so heavy.
Exactly. You don't understand how heavy you are. Everybody's like, Mark looks great. He done lost a whole person. I'm like, yeah, but his hands are still heavy. Right. Y'all don't understand the internal bleeding I'd go through.
Oh my
every
God,
single
stop
week.
it. Stop it. Listen, speaking of internal bleeding, that's what DJ Metcalf would have if I was his teammate. DJ Metcalf, he is the worst.
Yeah.
He is not a football player. Unbelievable. First guy off the bus.
Yeah, use
take
the
your
one that you
shirt
want.
off
Yep.
and walk off the bus and scare everybody because that's all you're gonna do. He look amazing.
Does he look like he's scaring anybody anymore?
6'3",
Yeah.
228 pounds, wide receiver, no fat on him, can't catch a cold.
Yeah.
And always little contact. Look, one of these, a little smack. Oh, he giving the ball up.
Yeah.
It's horrible. He lost the battle over. He got a cornerback take the ball. Hardge. They got to the ball at the same time.
Oh yeah. I
He
saw it.
took the ball from him.
Marcus came in today. He was like, he intercepted that? Yeah, because DK Metcalf
didn't fight.
Yes, exactly.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? Your team depends on you, and you're not gonna fight over the ball. You're just gonna let that little 5'10", 180-pound dude take the ball from you?
He's strong though.
Get out of here, man.
Mighty Mouse.
I don't want him on my team.
He's the kryptonite to DJ
I
Metcalf.
don't care if his speed gets up to 24 miles an hour.
No,
I don't care. I do not want that guy on my team. They mortgaged the ranch to get him too.
Hey, just remember they traded George Pickens to the Cowboys.
For him.
Yeah. They were like, hey, we're gonna sign DK, but we're going to go and get rid of George Pickens. And now look at George Pickens. That's because George Pickens got a good quarterback. Possible MVP and Super Bowl winner. Coming up
okay,
next.
that last part you couldn't
What? Coming up next, I'm going to talk a little bit of Arch Manning in my Hard Knocks life. A lot of things that we can be positive about with this young man right here on the Feel Good Friday. Football Friday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
All lanes are back open after a crash cleared on the service road of 183 southbound at Montopolis Drive, but there's a 15-minute slowdown on I-35 northbound caused by a stalled vehicle blocking off the middle lane at Slaughter. You're backed up from Onion Creek Parkway. There's also a stall in the right lane on 290 westbound at Scenic Brook. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks.
Handcrafted with their signature espresso.
A real pumpkin sauce.
Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon,
And nutmeg.
PSL. Get it while it's hot.
Or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Hardball Hardge here, and I've been taking Human Super Beats, but until recently, I didn't know the full story. Human was founded out of the UT Health Science Center and built on groundbreaking research around blood flow and nitric oxide. And Super Beats supports blood flow and nitric oxide. Just 2 chews support healthy blood pressure, blood flow, and energy. And with clinically studied ingredients shown to provide nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet and exercise alone. And that's why the Longhorn's secret weapon is Human. And why do you see the logo on the field? Is because they have decided to partner with the University of Texas. Longhorn Nation, this is for us, from us, and it matters for all of us. For a convenient way to support healthy blood pressure, go to livehuman.com with 2 N's with the promo code Mike for an extra 20% off your first order. Heart health is everything. Go to livehuman.com with 2 N's with the promo code Mike.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Celebrate UT football with Dulce Vita Tequila. 100% organic, made with 100% Blue Weber agave. With its vibrant color and fresh citrus finish, Dulce Vita Tequila offers high quality at a value that can't be beat. Hook 'em. 40% by volume, imported by Dulce Vita Spirits, Austin, Texas.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your task, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. get anything done.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PROMO25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb out since week 3 with an ankle injury, expected to play Sunday against the Commanders. Texans will visit the Seahawks Monday night. Texas at Kentucky Saturday. Longhorns have never lost to the Wildcats. Dodgers beat the Brewers 3-1, now win away from returning to the World Series. In the ALCS, the Blue Jays crushed the Mariners 8-2 to even the series at 2. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Sports season is in high gear, and iHeartRadio's got it all. The NFL.
It's a touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Baseball postseason.
Tail time in game 1.
College football, the NHL, and the NBA is about to tip off. It's all right at your fingertips on the iHeart app with play-by-play podcasts and local stations where you can join the conversation.
I agree with the last caller. We got to be done with that guy.
Join the millions who are already doing it. Open the free iHeartRadio app now. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
That's right. That's what I am here for. I am here for positivity. I know why you are here, because we are the home of Texas football, where you can hear all the games and our guy, Hall of Famer, voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. You can hear him this afternoon as well, but you can also hear him on the call with Roger Wallace, Will Matthews, tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock. Well, actually, starting at 5 o'clock after we finish our Longhorn game day, brought to you at Little Woodrow's on McNeil and Palmer. We will be there from 3 to 5. Come out, hang out. Bud Light specials will be going on as well. And once kickoff starts, it's a party like no other. But I want to talk about Arch Manning, because Arch Manning obviously is the man in the arena. The reason why he is considered the man in the arena is because this guy walked in with a lot of pressure on him. Not chosen, it just so happened. And as we watched from last year, coming in, playing a couple games, everybody got the hype and everybody started getting excited about it. But then when he came in, as the season went on, he wasn't throwing the football. He was more used as a running quarterback in almost every situation. So things kind of happen. Then the season comes around. He goes on the road, doesn't look as sharp, and people forget that he was a young quarterback that didn't have a lot of reps. But as I said after that game, I said week by week, step by step, we are going to watch this young man grow as a quarterback for the University of Texas. That's what we saw against Florida. No, that's what we saw the games after Florida. After Ohio State. With 3 games, each step of the way, had a little fun in that Sam Houston game. Everybody got upset because he stood over a guy. But that was a guy that was dealing with a lot of frustration. That was a guy who had to understand his role. And Coach Sark and his family and his friends, Parker Livingston, told us, I didn't see Arch look at his phone after the Florida game. He was dialed in. He wanted to get better. He continued to get better. But the one thing that they've all talked about throughout this time is blocking out the noise. On Monday, Art said he had 100 messages on his phone trying to block out the noise. And here is what was asked of Coach Sark when he kept saying, how do you guys keep blocking out the noise?
Well, I think one is do his habits change, and his did not. Arch prepares and he works at his craft. He's in the building. He's meeting with Coach Milwee. He's meeting with Coach Bamonte. He's doing extra work after practice, working on specific routes with guys on the team of, hey, we want to make sure we get this right. He's making audibles. He's making checks. He's taking command of the huddle. So I don't think there's been a sigh of relief from Arch. I think it's been more of, we got to drill deeper. But I think what I've seen is the leadership in him. He's getting more and more comfortable of being a great leader, being demanding of the guys around him, and the guys are responding to him. And so I haven't seen anything to tell me anything else that he's not going to be ready to go.
And here's one of the things that Coach Sark said. We're seeing more and more of the leadership from Arch. And as I said, the only way you're going to get better in these situations is game reps. You can have all the practice reps you want. You know your teammates. You know everything about them. But when you go against other teams, you got to find a way to make it happen. And one of the things that has gotten better as the time has gone on is the scramble drill. You heard them talking about how DeAndre Moore, that wasn't the route that was supposed to happen. Arch didn't scramble, but they gotten better. The continuity is starting to happen. The way that they have done things got better. And Coach Sark said, how do you understand now with the scramble drill from last year's Quinn, who was totally different, didn't move like Arch, to now Arch and his scramble drill, and now we're starting to see the continuity happen between him and his receivers?
I'm going to use Quinn and then I'm going to use Arch. Quinn's ability to kind of slide and move and stay in the pocket, and then when he decided to run, you could tell. And that's the hardest part for the receiver. With Arch, it's new, and so is he really scrambling? Is he not? And then how explosive is he? Is he really moving out of the pocket, or is he just sliding kind of through the pocket? And so part of that, I think, comes with playing with a guy, and sometimes it takes game reps to see that and to feel that and to sense that of what that looks like. But I think all of our guys did a nice job. And I know I touched on DeAndre's touchdown catch, but he has another third down conversion on our sidelines that he adjusts with Quinn. I think Ryan Wingo has a really nice play. Arch gets flushed to his left and Ryan kind of slides back and gets a third down conversion on that. And so again, there's another play early in the game where Arch is in a drop back and flushes to his left, and DeAndre comes from across the field to get into his vision. So I think it's a feel thing, but it's also, to your point, a feel with the quarterback of when he's actually leaving the pocket as opposed to just moving within the pocket, and when's it time to break off your route and try to get into his vision.
And that is why we are seeing the emergence of a quarterback that is evolving into a Division I starting quarterback for the University of Texas, with everything that goes with it. The good, the bad, and the ugly, the excitement, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. That is why I'm saying we needed to be patient with him. We need to continue to be patient with him. But as a football player, he is starting to mature right before our very eyes.
We both said this before the season.
Yep.
Like, guys, give him a 6 or 7 games. Remember?
Yep.
Like, and let me touch on the two things you said. I'm gonna be in defense of Arch real quick. The reason that Arch stood over that kid is that kid was doing too much.
Absolutely.
That kid pushed him in the back, and
he made a tackle on him and walked over him.
Right, and then once Arch got tackled, he stepped over him and looked down.
Yep.
So Arch was giving him playback.
Yep.
Secondly, the scramble drill, the wide receivers go to a spot or area or a zone because that's what they're trained to do, and Arch knows where those places are. The defense don't. So now it also creates lanes when you scramble. Arch knows I can run up the sideline, I can run to the middle of the field, and I'm going to get down. That's the whole point of the scramble drill plays. Texas did a really good job at OU on whenever they had to scramble, the players went to the spots, Arch hit them.
Yep. That's
so
what Sark
hopefully
said.
he'll be able to do that going forward, but you have to experience it.
Right.
To know that it actually works.
Better. That's the only way you're going to get better is actually being on the field, real people coming at you that are not your teammates, because your teammates can't hit
they
you.
know where the lanes
and
are.
they know they can't hit you. So your pressure is a little bit
But they
bigger.
also know where the spot that you're really
Exactly.
trying to go to is.
Exactly. So continue to support him, understand that he's getting better, and week to week, he's going to continue to improve because he does have the talent. Coming up next, we're going to close out hour number 1. Talk MLB. Vladimir Guerrero. Bang, bang. He hit that thing right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300.
You got to
The
stop
Zone.
saying that.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
This Saturday, the Longhorns hit the road to take on Kentucky. Our coverage begins at 5 o'clock.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
All lanes are back open after a crash cleared on the service road of 183 southbound at Montopolis Drive, but there's a 15-minute slowdown on I-35 northbound caused by a stalled vehicle blocking off the middle lane at Slaughter. You're backed up from Onion Creek Parkway. There's also a stall in the right lane on 290 westbound at Scenic Brook. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition, and now Dripping Spring is waking them up? They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a sleep system that can help. And now, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic mattress and get a $300 instant gift, plus $200 off a Tempur-Ergo Smart Base. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Game day isn't just about the score, it's about the food. And nothing says game day like Tumble 22 Catering. Picture this: crispy, juicy tenders, spicy hot chicken sandwiches, and scratch-made sides big enough to feed your whole crew. Tailgating, couch gating, just hanging with friends? Call it in, pick it up, and bring the flavor that keeps the party going. We've got family packs starting at just $25.99 and a table waiting if you want to dine in. Tumble 22, where flavor wins every time. Good food, good people, game day glory.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Huddle up. Specs is unleashing a savings blitz just in time for kickoff. With ice-cold canned cocktails, bold bourbons, and touchdown-worthy snacks, Specs is stacking your team with an unbeatable selection and lower prices. Fill the cart, pile on the snacks, and hydrate like a champion. Your winning drive starts at Specs. Down, set, save. Specs. The fun starts here.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em, Horns.
Coming up at the top of the hour, some coaches are doing some amazing things in college football, and they're being rewarded for it. We'll also talk to Ann Parker Coleman of KU at 8:17 as she gets previews the Texas Longhorns trip to Kentucky, but also lets us know where the games of the week are this weekend, because Marcus likes to go and hang out at some of these football games, checking out the local talent and seeing what they're doing. So before they get to that next level. Last night, Major League Baseball was outstanding. We talked a lot about the old school football players, but an old school baseball player did some things, but he was also led by a young whippersnapper that continues to knock the cover off the baseball.
Guerrero drives the ball the other way. Canzone's going back. He's at the wall. It's gone! Vlad Jr. strikes again with his 5th home run of the postseason.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is lights out.
How you say it, Hard?
Vladdy Dottie, we likes to party. Bang, bang, he hit that thing. Vladimir Guerrero going 2 for 5 as they continue to put pressure on the Mariners. They have now tied up the series 2 games apiece. 8-2 big win last night, but he wasn't the only story. Max Scherzer, old school, crazy eyes, goes 5 2/3 of great electric pitching last night. Well, I wouldn't call it electric. He did walk 4 guys, but he had 5 Ks, and he did not want to come out of the ball game. And his head coach was a little nervous when he came out to the mound.
Thinking through the situation, and all of a sudden I see Schneid's coming out. It kind of caught me off guard, and that's just where one of those moments where I know I wanted the ball. I knew the situation of the game. I wanted the ball, and I basically told him that in a little bit different language.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought he was going to kill me. It was great. He locked eyes with me. Both colors as I walked out.
Yeah, he's got 2 different color eyes, and so when he came out to the mound, he's like looking at him with the death stare, like, you're not taking me out of this game. You're not taking me out of this game. And he was like, I just wanted to come out and see how you were doing.
I was just saying, hey.
I hope everything's going okay.
You want some water?
Right, when you strike this guy out, I want you to come in here and get some water. And sure enough, he goes back out there, strikes the guy out, and they go into the dugout, and then they remove him from the game. But what an outstanding performance by Mad Max Scherzer. Crazy, man. But Big Papi after the game talking about, hey, man, you're a little old. Why don't you come up here with us?
Hey, honestly, man, when you gonna retire and come and join us?
I'm having too much fun. This is you get to go out there and pitch in this environment. This is what you play the game for. It's so much fun to be in these type of situations. So for me, I just enjoy competing too much.
Hey, I love you, though. And pitching till they get you with a wheelchair out of the field. Forget it.
Hey, I still feel pretty good. My body feels great, so everything's good. So I still got your shirt with the 2 different colored eyes on it. I thought that was pretty good. So it's still in my closet.
Love it. Love you, brother. Have a great time.
Yeah.
Big Papi is hilarious.
Listen, he should have went at Big Papi. He said, hey, man, look, I need you to not get stabbed and almost die in Dominican Republic hanging out somewhere where you shouldn't have been. How about that?
That's a little back and forth. They wasn't going to. You see, you just went straight personal.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him to come and hang out, man. He's trying to sit. Scherzer needs to be sitting up there with them.
I'm sensitive.
It seems that way. You over there trying to fight Big Papi.
Big Papi out there getting stabbed and stuff. Like, come on, man, get out of here. You can't tell me nothing.
Also, last night, there was a matchup between the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Dodgers 1 game away from now winning and heading to the World Series. They're up 3-0 after their victory last night. The Dodgers win 3-1. And so tonight is a must-win game for the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers, one of the best teams in baseball. Now we'll be facing Shohei Ohtani, and Shohei will be making the start in L.A. That pitch will be at 7:38. Toronto and Seattle will be at 5:08. That will be on FS1. The Milwaukee Brewers at the Dodgers will be at 7:38. I'm sure Craig Way will be wearing a Dodgers shirt at some point this weekend.
So is it definitive now that pitching beats hitting?
No.
Because, like, the Dodgers, they don't need a bullpen. They don't need a bullpen.
Well, they don't because their bullpen is bad. The Dodgers' bullpen is bad on the back
all
end.
of their starters can pitch 10 innings and they can kill you. I mean, they're just too good. And then all of these teams are going out and getting these best hitters, and they are sitting them down. The Dodgers, they're a scary team in the sense that every night they go out, they have a chance from a pitching standpoint.
But they also have a chance from a hitting standpoint. And you look at their lineup with the experience. Yes, Shohei Ohtani is struggling. Mookie's still getting his hits. Will Smith is still getting his. Freddie Freeman, he's still dangerous. He hit a home run the other night. Good pitching is always going to be hitting. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know because
but if you have hitters in that lineup, it only takes one mistake. And that's what happens. There's fear in the Dodgers lineup. There is still, you have to be on your game when you're facing the Dodgers because 1 through 6 really is dangerous. So I can agree with you to a certain extent about that.
I was asking because you know more than I do.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll agree to a certain extent. But yes, good pitching always because it keeps you in the ball game. It's low scoring. But if you got that threat over there, you tell me this. Shohei Ohtani's 0 for 5. He comes up to the plate. You still scared.
Yeah, you still worried.
Mookie Betts, still scared. Freddie Freeman, still scared. You got to make sure every pitch is a real pitch. The difference between the Dodgers and the Brewers, obviously they're up 3-0, but the Brewers will bunt. The Brewers will move a guy over. Dodgers are like, man, I'm waiting for this home run right here. I know one of my guys. They're gonna get that. But it's a great look.
But they put more pressure on you too as a pitching staff. Once they get a hit and they get a lead, now they can take some chances.
But I will tell you this: you're right about the starting pitching. Their starting pitching for the Dodgers is elite. It's when they get to the bullpen, it gets a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
It is a little bit shaky. But we shall see what ends up happening. Hopefully they end it tonight and then they can rest up and get ready to watch the rest of that series between Seattle and Toronto Blue Jays, who are really, really swinging it. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2, we'll have that conversation about 2 college coaches that are making some major moves and big games this weekend, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Hardge here, and fall is in the air, and the deals at Cover Ford Huddle are downright thrilling. Right now, get $12,369 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat, or take $9,122 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. No tricks, just powerful rides, scary good savings, and a family tradition. Only at Cover Ford Huddle, right off of 79 in Huddle. CoverFordHuddle.com.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Let's be real, Texas. Round here, egg salad isn't egg salad unless it's made with Miracle Whip. You know it, your neighbors know it. Heck, everyone from Amarillo to Brownsville knows it. That tangy zip of Miracle Whip doesn't just jazz up bland dishes. It's the reason you never have leftover egg salad. So here's to you for keeping it bold, keeping it zippy, and keeping Miracle Whip right where it belongs. In all your favorite recipes. Buy Miracle Whip at your local grocery store and get your tang on, Texas.
I'm here now with Colin Plume, CEO of Noble Gold Investments. Colin, tell the audience what you just told me about cash savings accounts.
I was explaining that parking too much cash in savings is a risky strategy. It's an old school portfolio management. Beyond the obvious banking risks, today's economic environment is destroying the dollar's value. Savers can't keep up with the 3-headed monster of inflation, money printing, and rate cuts.
If cash is losing value, then what should people be moving into?
With the dollar under pressure, more Americans are shifting retirement savings into something real. Physical gold and silver. When the dollar falls, precious metals rise.
And Noble Gold makes that process easy?
Very easy. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com and chat with a specialist. The conversation is free and the peace of mind is priceless.
That's the Golden Minute. Don't let inflation steal your savings. Protect it today with Noble Gold Investments. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult your financial advisor before making investment decisions.
Are you totally fed up with Austin City Hall? It's one embarrassment after another. Ridiculous $1 million logos, a $10 million scheme for New York art at the airport, zero budget transparency. City Hall thinks taxpayers are their piggy bank. Wait until you hear this. Recently, the City Council voted 10-1 to place the largest property tax increase in Austin history on the November 4th ballot this year. That's right. Unless you join our fight and we defeat Prop Q, your Austin property taxes are going up 20% forever. Can you afford to stay in your home? Early voting is October 20th through the 31st, and Election Day is November 4th. We must stop this insanity. Join us, SaveAustinNow.com. Vote no on Prop Q. Political ad paid for by Save Austin Now PAC, Leland Bickers, Treasurer.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff.
The morning kickoff. It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of a Feel Good Football Friday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we got a chance to get Coach Sark's final thoughts as they are making that trip to Kentucky. 6 p.m. kickoff. You can hear it all right here starting at 3 o'clock with Longhorns Game Day. And, of course, leading you up to the network coverage with Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and Will Matthews as we bring you to kickoff. We also got a chance to talk about the Icy Hot Bowl last night as Joe Flacco outlasted, Aaron Rodgers last night, 33-31. Mike Tomlin still hot because they made that trade within the league, within the division. Also, we got a chance to talk about Arch Manning growing up before our eyes and Major League Baseball. I want to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest right now, October the 25th, Germania Insurance Amphitheater. All you got to do is get over to that always free iHeartRadio app, tap that red microphone, and leave the keyword ever. Ever is your keyword for the day. Hey, so for the week, if you've been paying attention, our keywords have been school is out forever. Forever. Kids are out of school today, so I totally get it, and Monday. But make sure you tune in this afternoon for the Craig Way Show, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, from 2 to 5 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app. Let's get right into this because yesterday Indiana made the decision to extend Coach Cignetti. And let me just tell you this, and we talked about this when all the firing started happening. When James Franklin got let go, we talked about his name being brought up as somebody that Penn State would go after. And that would have been in the Big Ten Conference. So there would have been a lot of discussion about that. But as I said, this is when coaches get fired, other coaches get extensions, they get raises, and that is what it's all about. And my favorite time about all of this is when they say, I love this school. This is my home.
This is where I'm going to be.
This is where I'll be forever. And Cignetti is no different.
My wife, Manette, and I love Indiana University, Bloomington, the state of Indiana, the people we've met. We have very strong feelings about President Witten and Scott Dolson. And we've accomplished a lot here in a short amount of time, but still have a lot of work to do. So I couldn't be more proud to be a Hoosier, and I plan on retiring as a Hoosier. And the way that this state has embraced us and our success in football has meant more to me than anything else. So I just wanted to get on camera and let you know that Kurt Cignetti is going to work daily to make Indiana the best they can be.
He said, I plan.
Go ahead, Kurt. Make the people believe you.
I plan to be here.
All right. He told you from the very beginning. Google me.
Google.
Hey, you want to know what kind of record I got? Google me. And now he is sitting there.
Stole that from me.
Number three in the nation, 6-0, 3-0 in the Big Ten. They are hosting Michigan State this weekend. They are 27.5 point favorite in this ball game.
He can actually tell everybody, go check what Indiana was before I signed up here. And
they were good since Lee Corso.
You take the top Knight. 25 coaches and you give them Indiana's roster when I signed on and see if they can get here to number 3.
Right.
So he can swing it all he wants to.
Well, remember, he got into the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
He got Indiana into the playoffs last year.
Also, he's doing this in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
New
Big Ten.
Yeah,
the new Big Ten.
That conference is deep too, just like the SEC. Well, not as deep as the SEC, but they are deep.
Well, people are comparing the two conferences for those reasons. They're saying top to bottom, who's top heavy versus the bottom, and who would be a team that you would look at if they were to play the SEC Big Ten Challenge. I think that's something that should happen. I think they should
maybe 1 or 2 games a season.
No. But I'm saying like the SEC's not top teams, but all of them schedule Big Ten teams. Every single one of you. You can play whoever you want, but they should always have that SEC Big Ten challenge now in football. Put it on the schedule.
They're having troubles putting this new 9-game schedule together. Nevertheless, adding another game.
Well, Texas has played Michigan and Ohio State, so they're already part of it.
So they're already in it.
Yeah, they're already in it. Oklahoma played Michigan this year.
You force everybody else to step up and do it too.
Do those types of things because it also it provides intrigue because there's no debating. Which conference is better? Well, we just played y'all, and we won 8 out of the 10 games that we played. So that'll let you know where we are in that.
Whoa.
So, it just happens that way. But these weekends games are going to be big because there are so many of them. But there's something else that is happening right now. In Colorado, we've heard about Deion Sanders and what's been going on with Deion Sanders health-wise. And Deion had another surgery and was back at practice right after that. But Deion is doing something that I saw my guy Anwar Richardson post this of Orange Bloods. He said, I hope more coaches are paying attention to this because what Deion is doing is creating scenarios for the guys on his team that he knows won't be part of the program. He's getting them film. He's creating games for these guys to be able to have film when they want to enter the transfer portal. This is unprecedented, and Deion talked about it.
Like that. A lot of you guys that don't get to play, you're going to get your chance today. All right, this is your chance because I'm not crazy enough to think that all of you are going to be in this room next year. Some of you are going to jump in the portal. This is an opportunity for you to get some portal film. Okay? So I'm the kind of coach that's going to make sure we cut it, hype it up, give it to you however you want it, and make sure you're looking good in your portal tape. So this is, some of you guys don't get to play, they're planning on jumping. You already made up your mind to jumping, so I'm just trying to help you jump, okay? The rest of you guys plan on just staying here, rubbing it out, doing your doggone thing. I want you to get you some good tape, get you some good film so you can assess yourself, and you all should be watching yourself practice. You all should be watching yourself to see how you go about it, to see what improvement you need, what you got to work on. But this is your day. I think we got cheerleaders for you today. I don't know if we got band members. I know they're trying. But I'm trying to get the whole shebang to make you have the feeling that it's game day for you. So when you come out there, it's game day. You're going to have your own stretch, right? They're stretching. You got to stretch them separately. The rest of you guys is playing, practicing. We got to have a good practice today to end this thing. But you're going to stay your butt here. Don't leave and support your teammates. Coaches, main staff, we going up top to watch them. Don't be around and let the rest of the coaches support staff. You guys got this today. Everybody got this. Make sure they run it on and off the field as we do in the game. We're going to have everybody on the one side of the field, far side. Chili's going to be on the near side. So you're going to have, do your thing. Have a great day today. You guys that's playing in the game, get your minds right.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's innovative.
Yes.
And that makes you want to play for him. I mean, like, think about all the kids
these are the people that are about to go.
Right. But think about you going there.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
That you're being recruited by them.
Yeah.
And you know, okay, I got a 3-year senior in front of me. I got a 2-year junior in front of me.
Yep.
Like he's gonna obviously start. I'm gonna get a chance, but I'm gonna get a chance to show out at least once in the year.
Yeah.
So I could have film. So if I do have to leave, no coach is gonna have to say, well, what can he do?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm very proud of that. I like that. That's something I think that every team should do.
Well, I mean, that is unique in itself, and maybe they have done this. But Deion said, we're going to bring the cheerleaders. We're going to try to get the band. We're going to hype your video up so when you get ready to go somewhere, you know exactly you got the opportunity to do it.
He's an outside-the-box thinker.
Absolutely.
And when you have somebody that can actually make those have those thoughts come to fruition, man, there's no limit to your success.
Right.
He's not allowing a limit to be set on his success.
That's what I enjoy about listening to him because he's he's changed his entire life, his persona. I mean, he's still Deion. Let's not get it twisted. But he's also a person that has shown that he actually cares about these players. I'm not saying other coaches don't do that. I'm sure that they do. But he understands what world we're living in now. Kids aren't staying. Kids are moving on. They're going to get opportunities. As I talked about before, Cam Cook, the running back from TCU, went to Jacksonville State. And everybody's like, why would he go there? He just left TCU. He's having an unbelievable year. Like, he is absolutely killing it. And he's happy. And that is where everything is. Everybody thinks these big schools are the way to go. No, go where you can play, develop, and then the big schools can come and get you. You can go to a big school, but nothing is guaranteed for you to have that playing time.
This is the thing that I'm looking at. I had a really good coach tell us as collectively as a team, do you think that you're going to use every club in your golf bag? And everybody was like, no, maybe not. No. He said, well, in that case, what do you have to do? You still have to bring your bag with you, right?
Yep.
And we was all like,
stay in your bag.
Yeah, well, can you explain this? Because we were kids.
Stay in your bag.
But you have to have all the weapons.
Yep.
And you have to take them regardless, whether you use them or not. And these players got to understand that that's who they are. They're a weapon in the bag. And if you don't get used, don't mean that you're not important. And Deion is proving that.
Deion's doing everything he can to make these kids achieve their goals in life. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Ann Parker Coleman. That's right, K-View, as she prepares us for Friday Night Fever. And, of course, get her thoughts on this Texas football team as they travel to Kentucky. And all of that can be heard right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. That's cash. Enter it now.
AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
The left lane is blocked off by an accident on 183 northbound before Highway 45. You're backed up from Anderson Mill Road, about a 5 to 7 minute slowdown. Looking onto the service road of Mopac going southbound for a crash in Northland Drive, and the speed's getting much better over on I-35 northbound after a stall cleared at Slaughter. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
New Dell PC with Intel Core Ultra helps you handle a lot when your holiday to-dos get to be a lot. Like organizing holiday shopping, responding to requests, and customers requesting custom things. Luckily, the Dell PC helps you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside. Get yours at Dell.com/deals.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Formula One fans, buckle up. The Paramount Theater presents Gunter Steiner live with the Red Flags Podcast. Sunday, October 19th. Join the former Haas F1 team principal and Netflix Drive to Survive legend Gunter Steiner, along with Brian and Matt from the Red Flags podcast for an unfiltered, laugh-out-loud U.S. Grand Prix recap you won't forget. That's Gunter Steiner live with the Red Flags podcast, Sunday, October 19th at the Paramount Theater. Tickets are on sale now at austintheater.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick it up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com. Together, let's drive.
Huddle up. Specs is unleashing a savings blitz just in time for kickoff. With ice-cold canned cocktails, bold bourbons, and touchdown-worthy snacks. Specs is stacking your team with an unbeatable selection and lower prices. Fill the cart, pile on the snacks, and hydrate like a champion. Your winning drive starts at Specs. Down, set, save. Specs. The fun starts here.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Feel Good Football Friday edition of Morning Kickoff. And you know what that means. It's 8:17, so it's time to go and visit our girl, Ann Parker Coleman of KView, as she gets us ready for the weekend and Friday night fever. Because
Good
it
morning,
is.
y'all.
How you doing?
Good. I have some beef with you guys. I saw y'all were at an Ice Cube concert, and you didn't invite your girl.
I thought you had to work. Yeah, we were thinking that you had to host last night. Yeah, so we didn't want to put that kind of pressure on you because it's hard to call in sick as a news reporter.
So true. They need me. There's quite literally the show goes on.
That's
it's okay.
right.
Luckily for you guys, I actually was making my way to Key West, South Carolina. Bonus points if anybody knows where that is, for a friend's wedding. So got here at 4 a.m. and up and at 'em this morning, ready to talk some Texas football.
Well, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on your travel schedule, because I know you're a busy individual. But let's talk about the Texas Longhorns. Last weekend, obviously, the Red River rivalry goes off, and people are like, wow, this is the team that we expected to see. All three phases were outstanding. What were your thoughts of that matchup?
Gosh, guys, I don't even know where you could begin with Red River. I mean, Hardge just looked way more comfortable. The run game was actually going. Third downs I was really impressed with, and we know that that's a stat that Texas has been pretty horrendous at. In both of their losses, they were converting on less than 35% of third downs, and then, they come out after halftime in Red River, and they convert on all their third downs. They are eating up the clock, and it's all because they just had short passes that ate up the clock rather than, when you're in Florida, gosh, I mean, it felt like every single time they were in third down, it was third and long, and they just couldn't get it done. But I believe the final stat for against OU was they went 11 for 17. on third downs, which is a major, major improvement. So it just, in special teams, I feel like I'm bragging on this team because I kind of am, but it just felt like in that second half, especially, anything that you looked at, they took some strides forward.
And we, I Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Excuse me,
Miss Parker. Did you really enjoy the offensive line play as much as I did after all the flack that they took last week or the week before last? They went out this week and really put it together and looked like a different unit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the difference is, look at a guy like Nick Brooks. He's really young, and Sark said the thing with Florida is, he had a pre-snap penalty, and then one bad play then rolls into another, and we would see all of those back-to-back false starts from him. At OU, that happened. Hey, he jumped off. He jumped off sides, and then But the thing is he didn't let that flood into the rest of the game, and that kind of shows maturity. That he was able to lock it back in. And again, that was not an easy assignment. We heard all week how good the Oklahoma front is. And I mean, Texas just held their own. They looked like a completely different unit than the one we saw at Florida.
Well, it's interesting that you said that, because we are now dealing with a situation with that offensive line that has offensive guard Connor Stroh has been downgraded to out. We also know that about Cole Hudson. He is out. So that offensive line looks a little bit different than what we were expecting to see after the performance on Saturday.
Yeah, big time. But if there's something that we've learned about this group, I mean, gosh, I didn't think that they were going to respond against Oklahoma in the way that they respond from Florida in the way that they did against Oklahoma. So even though Cole Hudson is out, I mean, gosh, you have a guy like Connor Robertson who is a veteran on that team, even though, he wasn't starting technically, but he played pretty much, I almost think, every snap other than maybe the first one or two in Red River. I'm not as worried. I'm not as worried about them. They gave me a lot to be confident about in Oklahoma. And again, that was against a much more talented defensive line than what they're going to see against Kentucky.
Well, you talked about the special teams and what they were able to do. Coach Sark has been waiting for the special teams to kind of pop off, and he was talking about it. He even mentioned it again yesterday in his weekly conversation that special teams is here. When you got all three phases working, it makes it difficult for other teams to kind of pull away from you, because your special teams, your defense, and now your offense is all working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Sark said this yesterday, and I loved it. I mean, punt returns and kickoffs with Ryan Niblett had been rolling, but look at field goals. When you're trying to block a field goal, that shows culture. He said your chances of blocking a field goal is really, really slim. And still, you see guys going out there and jumping up, 6 feet into the air, just giving it their all, even though they're probably not going to get there. That shows the kind of culture that Texas has. And it's funny. Sark was asked, what's an underrated part of this team's development that you've noticed, now kind of in the midway point of this season. He said it's special teams. Like that's such a weapon for us that we haven't talked about as much as we should.
Yeah, and that was something that we have been focusing on, because over the past couple of years, they went from being real hot to, okay, when are we going to have something happen in special teams? And last week was the time that we got it, and could have got a call for a couple blocks in the back. But we're not going to talk about that.
That's true. But hey, how excited are you for Ryan Niblett, a guy who came into the program? He's been moved to almost every position under the sun. I know he thought about transferring. Sark said, I just didn't let him transfer. Like, I did not want him to go. He's a glue guy. He's a culture guy. And so for him to find his niche on special teams and succeed in the way that he did on Saturday, there's so much. Transferring is so easy in this day and age. To see a guy stick it out and find success at his original program, that's so few and far between now. Just really, that's really, really excited for him.
Yeah, we are too. We're talking to Ann Parker Coleman of KView, and we got to talk to you about Friday Night Fever. It's that time. There's some big matchups in the area, some playoff implications in a lot of these, and I believe one of the ones that a lot of folks are talking about is the game in Dripping Springs, and I believe Lake Travis is that matchup this week. But what are some of the games you guys are looking at?
Yeah, I mean, Dripping Springs and Lake Travis, we know that these are two teams that could make a deep playoff run. Look at both of their quarterbacks, super talented. That is going to be an incredible game with some playoff implications. And then the other one that we're looking at with similar implications is going to be Georgetown and Eastview. These schools are mere miles apart, big time rivals, but they're both tied right now for first place in the district. So we got first place in the district online, bragging rights. And if you're Eastview, they have not won this game. They have not beaten Georgetown in over a decade. I went and I talked to some of the Georgetown players, and they didn't even try to say it. They weren't even trying to shade them. They were like, we don't really feel like it's a rivalry anymore. They just, there's not that back and forth that a rivalry entails.
Well,
and they weren't even saying it anyway.
Yeah, and it's funny because I got a unique tie to both of those schools because my son Michael, my older son, who just celebrated a birthday, he went to Eastview when it was a 9th grade center, but he was on varsity basketball as a freshman, so he had to be part of both schools. So it was kind of a unique situation because Eastview was just 9th grade, and then it became the high school, and he was already at Georgetown High School. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Yeah, and like you said, no rivalry really because Georgetown has been pretty much the most dominant team in that area for quite some time.
Yeah, and Georgetown, they're a team that has a lot of weapons. Their running back, Jet Walker, and then on wide receiver, Xavier Warren, who was a UCLA commit, and then he decommitted to Texas State. Texas State has now gone 0-2 since then, and UCLA has gone 2-0 since he did the flip. So he might be a good luck charm for UCLA on the other side, but gosh, he's just a lot of talent all around.
And they got a wide receiver with the last name of Westfall that is pretty doggone good on Georgetown, athletic kid, and he's going to have an opportunity to play in college as well. So enjoy your wedding and be peaceful out there. But of course, you got to be ready for the Texas Longhorns at 6:00 on. It'll be 7:00 for you because you're on the East Coast now.
Yep, we picked a good weekend of college football for a wedding. I was like, oh, every single game that I wanted to. Okay, cool. It's the exact same time as the ceremony. So don't worry, y'all. I got my multi-units. We'll be good to go.
Who gets married in the fall?
Who gets married in the fall? My friend.
Exactly.
Who I'm very excited for.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, enjoy your time out there, and we'll talk to you next week, and hopefully we'll be talking about a Longhorns victory next Friday.
All right. Take care. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. There she is, Ann Parker Coleman of KView. Tomorrow we'll have her, one of her partners with her at KView, Corey Mose, will be joining us on the pregame show over at Little Woodrow's before he has to go in and host the news on Saturday night, excuse me. Coming up next, we got our guy, Mark Henry, giving us the world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Some good news on 183 northbound. The crash at Highway 45 that had a couple lanes blocked off has been taken care of, but you are still a little slow from Anderson Mill Road. Also on 183 northbound, a crash moved over to the right shoulder on Springdale Road, and looking onto the service road of Mopac southbound for a wreck at Northland Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
New Dell PC with Intel Core Ultra helps you handle a lot when your holiday to-dos get to be a lot. Like organizing holiday shopping, responding to requests, and customers requesting custom things. Luckily, the Dell PC helps you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside. Get yours at Dell.com/deals.
Every football fan looks at the schedule and they're just like, are we going on the road? Are we going to be playing at home? Whichever direction you'd like to go, whether it's at DKR or on the road with the Longhorns, game day tastes better with a Bud Light. It's the official domestic beer of Texas football, and it's been traveling with Longhorn Nation every step of the way. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. And oh yeah, Hook 'em, Texas fans.
Austin, are you ready for the ultimate showdown? The Formula One United States Grand Prix takes over Circuit of the Americas October 17th through 19th. The fastest cars, the fiercest drivers, the loudest crowds. The party keeps going as Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours light up the stage at night. It's racing. It's music. It's Texas size. Get your tickets at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, you can upgrade to a queen mattress and adjustable base for just $499.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Sometimes you don't need a plan, you just need chicken. Hot, crispy, juicy chicken made fresh, never frozen every time you walk through the door. Tubble 22 is your neighborhood hot chicken spot with scratch-made sides, cold drinks, and southern hospitality that feels like home. From spicy sandwiches to that perfect buttermilk pie, we've got your sweet and spicy cravings covered. Austin, you've got a new favorite. Tubble 22. Come hungry, leave happy, and maybe a little on fire.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your tasks, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, plenty of sunshine for your Friday, a high near 90, partly cloudy tonight, a low of 73. Saturday, morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, a high in the mid-90s.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, they offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons. Wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
You heard him. He said that's what he do. And what he do right now is let you know he's a WWE Hall of Famer. He's recognized as the world's strongest man. He is here to bring you his world's strongest day. He is Mark Henry. Take it away, big fella. Hard. You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest day. The world's Marcus. Back then they didn't know. But now I'm hot. They all on me. Well, guys, we have big plans this basketball season.
We plan on going to Dallas. We plan on going to Houston. We plan on going to San Antonio. But we're going to take this World's Strongest Take to Houston. Last night, the Houston Rockets played a preseason game against the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm always the guy that comes on and say, I told you when I told you, and I told you. Well, one Kevin Durant said that Josh Ogie was the best acquisition that the Houston Rockets have made, even with him coming to, which I don't. That's called being a hype man for somebody you like. Kevin, you're the reason for the season, brother. Please don't give nobody else any credit ever again. You're the guy. But all Josh Ogie did last night was go out and go 8 for 15. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 28 points. That's pretty good. And Kevin Durant described Josh Ogie, who is a 6'4" small forward in the NBA, which is very undersized. He said he's like a football player that plays basketball. You need one of those guys on your team. Hard, you made the statement to me, Mark. That's like saying you got a bodyguard. You got a gangster. You got a thug that's gonna be able to go in there and do the dirty work. We watched Oklahoma City win the NBA championship last year because of 2 guys like that. They had 2 guys on that defense and that played defense really well. Caruso being one of them, and the other one being Lou Dort. Undersized, 6'4", 6'5", small forwards. At one point, Caruso was bodying up a center. And not just any center, but Joker. The best center in the NBA and one of the top 3 players in the NBA. If Kevin Durant feels like Josh Ogie could be one of those type of players, and he performs like he did last night against high-level NBA talent, that's going to give Houston a big lift. And I'm just going on record right now. My take is that the championship be won and lost by a Texas team. What say you?
Can you say that last statement once again?
My take is that the championship of the NBA will be won or lost by a Texas team.
Marcus, please keep that tape right there.
I would love for the Lakers to win.
I
do not think the Lakers could beat Dallas in a series. I do not think that the Lakers can beat Houston in a series. And San Antonio is going to give everybody in the league a run for their money if they can stay healthy.
For entertainment purposes only, folks. I'm telling you.
Oklahoma City will not be. They've been celebrating. They still partying.
I will be too. They
listen,
young enough. They young enough.
Hey,
they young cats out there,
they should stay focused. Yeah. All I see is guys in France, people in Monaco partying. Like they doing it big.
Oh.
SGA is in Toronto at Caravana Festival.
Yeah.
Like all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm not stalking their pages and nothing.
It sounds like
I'm just saying.
It sounds like it.
I'm seeing people partying.
Yeah.
I ain't seeing a lot of workout videos.
Hey, they don't because they real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Like lasagna?
Yeah, they don't want to show. They want to show you the fruits of their labor. They don't want to show you how they was getting
there. Hey man,
there.
you can't be talking about lasagna and fruits.
Oh my God, because this dude is really hungry again. But I will say this: the funny part about what you just said is, I will not be disappointed if a Texas team wins the championship. I just think there's too many integral parts that have to be played the right way. You talked about Kyrie Irving yesterday and watching what Cooper Flagg's been able to do. If Kyrie's not there, it's going to be difficult for them. They got to have another guard.
He's practicing already. He just haven't played
But he's got an injury. He's coming off of an injury. And Kyrie is older. He's not that young Kyrie that can bounce back as quick. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at what you talked about with San Antonio. Yes, I'm excited about San Antonio. They have a lot to learn as far as being able to be cohesive and grow together, and new coach. You got De'Aaron Fox. What's his situation going to be? You got 95 guards. What is going to happen with that? Then you look at what Houston is. KD, older player. Yes, he's got some guys that are really, really good. I think the best thing that happened was KD coming, and now Jabari Smith is going to learn from KD.
Right.
That's the one, to me, that's the X factor. Because that is, I believe he was like a top 2 pick.
Yeah, I think he was number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, number 3 pick in the draft. This dude has skills, but he didn't understand how to be a pro. KD is there now teaching him. So this is one of the teams, but you can't forget about all the other teams that are out there that made some moves too. All the rest of the
teams made moves.
Yeah.
But Houston is big. That's the difference. Houston is big, and they just got bigger, bringing Kevin Durant in, who's going to challenge people's shots.
Everybody on their team got a wingspan of 7'5".
Sengun, that dude is 7'1".
Yeah.
And he actually was one of the top 5 players in the EuroLeague this year. And in fact, he played in the championship and lost by 1 point.
You ain't got to sell me, Mark. I done told you. I'm with you.
And they got Adams.
You don't have to sell
He
me.
like a condo.
You trying to
the Duke is he like a he got his own zip code.
There he is, the world's strongest man, bringing you his world's strongest take. When we come back, we'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. We'll tell you where we will be tomorrow, and we'll still preview what we got going this weekend right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Text Texas, followed by your message to 81530 to chat along with your favorite sports radio, AM 1300, The Zone hosts. That's Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Some good news on 183 northbound. The crash at Highway 45 that had a couple lanes blocked off hasn't taken care of, but you are still a little slow from Anderson Mill Road. Also on 183 northbound, a crash moved over to the right shoulder on Springdale Road, and looking onto the service road of Mopac southbound for a wreck at Northland Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
New Dell PC with Intel Core Ultra helps you handle a lot when your holiday to-dos get to be a lot. Like organizing holiday shopping, responding to requests, and customers requesting custom things. Luckily, the Dell PC helps you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside. Get yours at Dell.com/deals.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texacoin. Score big at Texacoin.org.
The Texas Longhorns rebounded from their loss to Florida with a dominating 23-6 win over Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. It was Steve Sarkisian's third win of the Cotton Bowl, in first with Arch Manning as his starting quarterback. And while Sark complimented his quarterback post-game after the win, he said it all began this past Monday.
You know, Arch took a lot of hits last week. And the biggest thing that impressed me this week about his game, he didn't miss one rep of practice this week. He came back Monday and he was not 100%. He was beat up, but he took every rep. And I think coming out of a game like that, you earn the respect of your teammates. That's the toughness you got to have, and that's the preparation that you have to have.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at Texacoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. TexasCoin.org.
Hardball Hardge here, and I've been taking Human Super Beats, but until recently, I didn't know the full story. Human was founded out of the UT Health Science Center and built on groundbreaking research around blood flow and nitric oxide. And Super Beats supports blood flow and nitric oxide. Just 2 chews support healthy blood pressure, blood flow, and energy. And with clinically studied ingredients shown to provide nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet and exercise alone. And that's why the Longhorn's secret weapon is Human. And why do you see the logo on the field is because they have decided to partner with the University of Texas. Longhorn Nation, this is for us, from us, and it matters for all of us. For a convenient way to support healthy blood pressure, go to livehuman.com with 2 N's with the promo code Mike for an extra 20% off your first order. Heart health is everything. Go to livehuman.com with 2 N's with the promo code Mike.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Hey, Texas fans, Cam here, inviting you to join me for the Longhorns football game this Saturday starting at 6 p.m. The Zone will be at the Cosmic Saltillo at 1300 East 4th Street as the Texas Longhorns take on the Kentucky Wildcats. Join us at 6 p.m. Hook 'em.
Looking for top quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Sip the season. Save a bundle. The fall sale is on at Specs. The fun starts here.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
What a great show we have with you. And we're going to continue to have this party going all day long. Tune in to the Fred Ray Show this afternoon on AM 1300. Always free on the iHeartRadio app. Tell your friends, download us, make us number one on the sets. We are your home for Texas football and Texas athletics. Speaking of Texas football, they will be on the road taking on Kentucky. We'll be starting our pregame show live at Little Woodrow's on Palmer, and we'll start at 3 o'clock. Come out and hang out with us for our specials. We'll be on tap. Of course, just right here. He has an event at Cosmic Santino.
All the information will be given out today. But we also want to talk about the Texas Longhorns. Trey Wisner came back from an injury. He was so important to the aspect of the running game, 94 yards, hard running, looked a little banged up, but he continued to make things happen. And Coach was asked about Trey Wisner assessment off of the injury.
I think he's gotten better and stronger. Coming off of injuries are always difficult. Mentally is one, but I think physically is two. And am I okay to push it? Am I really okay to go? And I think what he found out last week is that he's healthy, he's good, he's strong, he's mentally strong in going and doing those things. And again, we know Trey very well, and we know what he's capable of, and we know the mental and physical toughness that he possesses. And so, but I think it served as a great example for some of our younger backs in the style of running that Trey runs with, and the physicality and the speed through the hole, not to the hole. And I think it was very helpful. And it was very helpful, I thought, for Christian and James. They actually practiced their best week of practice this week because I think they actually saw the healthy version of Trey Wisner and what it looks like to run in game and then come back and practice and go do it again this week. And so I'm excited for those two guys as well, because I think that sometimes you need to see it in person to be like, oh, that's what it takes. So that's how you got to run. Those are the arm tackles you have to run through. That's hey, sometimes it's not always about making a guy miss. Sometimes you got to run through his face and fall forward for 2 or 3 more yards. And when you're a guy of Trey's stature doing that, man, what am I capable of doing if I can start running like that?
Ooh, did he say run through his face?
He sure did. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to run through their face. And that's why he's an integral part of the success that the Texas football team had on the ground last week. It created an opportunity for Hardge to do the zone read and grab that ball at the end, the RPO, got a first down, ended the game, and walked it off. Also, another big matchup this weekend is the Dallas Cowboys as they take on the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys need this game like a hole in their head. They got to figure this thing out.
They got CeeDee Lamb coming back.
And Coach Schottenheimer was asked about what it's like to have CD back on the field.
Yeah, if he's breathing, it'd feel pretty good. Honestly, I mean, CD knows how to play football. If he runs around and catches a pass or two, I'm good.
That's what we need. If CD's back on the field, along with what we've seen from George Pickens, obviously Jake Ferguson has been eating all year. Javonte Williams in the running game has been exciting. So this is a big weekend for the Dallas Cowboys. But the one thing that CD cannot do is not play defense. So that right there is where we are struggling so bad. Dallas has the number 1 offense and the number 32 defense. They could be 34, 35, but they grading on a curve. So you look at this team and you realize that we are in for shootouts every weekend. Our guy Clarence Hill posted the other day that the Cowboys blinked because they know that they got to score 30 points, and they scored 27. So they failed on what they needed to do, and that is bad if you're a Cowboys fan.
Well, I'm disappointed in the fact that they allowed it to get to this point.
Yeah.
Like, you should never let the cupboard get so bare and allocate so much money to offense that you don't have it to spend on defense.
He's the greatest quarterback to ever play for.
Don't have a problem with that.
He got his 20.
Don't have a problem with
CD.
Millions. But they spent a lot of money on guys that they shouldn't have because they didn't want other people to have them.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Like, if you can't, if don't overpay somebody because you don't want somebody else to have them. Go with option 2, and try to coach them up. How about that?
But see, that's the biggest problem that we have, is the coaching them up, because you went out and got Eberflus. You're going to tell me that was the only defensive coordinator
that was the option
that you could have went and got? Because, look, it's like I've told you numerous times, Mark, Show me a coach that can't look out to put you in the best position where you're going to succeed, and I'll show you a failing coach. The Cowboys defense is better when they play man-to-man or not a soft zone, but a short zone. They are playing 15 yards off the ball.
You can't cover nobody.
I'm wide open at Hut. You can't get to the flats quick enough. You can't cover the middle of the field.
I'm a fall 4 yards.
Exactly. So those are the things. If you let your guy Diggs get beat on a man-to-man press coverage where he is successful, not in the soft zone where he's got to run back up and try to make a tackle, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, because he can't unlace your shoes.
He's trying, but you're so far away from him that he can't get there. You're playing so far off. And if Kenneth Murray, I met Kenneth Murray at Big 12 Media Days. I thought he was a dog. I hated him because he went to Oklahoma, but I thought he was a bad man. But time waits for no one, and he is running out of time as the linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. He is not making the move. And they're talking about DeMarvion Overshown, and I can't wait to see him play, but they are setting him up for failure because he can't be a savior on this defense. I don't care how good he is. He cannot save this madness of the Dallas Cowboys defense. By the way, you can listen to the Dallas Cowboys on 98.1 KVET, the same place that you can listen to the game, but we want you listen for Texas football game, but we want you listening to it right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We'll be at Little Woodrow starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to that. And of course, we are going to bring you all the action and recap everything on Monday. So for Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. And today was a good day. Peace, Ice Cube. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is a